everyone, Sophia here. Welcome back to my Esty Shop, Frenchy and Tubby, and happy 4th of July. These 8 items will be in the shop tomorrow on the 4th at 5 p.m. I have a little bit of everything as usual. I have pottery, lots of pottery, crystal, music box, and one more piece of jewelry, which I believe I showed you last week, but for some reason didn't post, so I'll talk about it again. Let me start with the big item. This is phenomenal. I found this and I was like, wow, this is interesting. Took a picture of it, Googled it, and you can do that, right? Take a photo of it on your screen. And I'm debating as to whether it's a domestic goose or a swan. You know, I said we're going to buy all the swans, but apparently we're also going to buy all the geese. I think this is a swan. Not all swans have a black beak. But they do have this thing here, but so do geese. I have no idea. Anyway, you tell me down below, is this a goose or is this a swan? No matter what, it's from the 60s. I had no idea. And it's pottery. It's a planter. It's majestic. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's huge. It's heavy. It is signed SS at the bottom. It was meant to be, I suppose. But when you go online, the very first one you're going to see that's for sale is $450. I don't think so. The prices are all over the place. Over 200, over 300, over 400. None in my shop, you know that, right? One, I want to keep things affordable, and I want to make sure you do come back because you know my prices are affordable. So this will be under $100. But regardless, it's phenomenal. It's a planter. There's a hole where the it's a vent pipe where the neck is, and for some reason, you hear that? There's something in there. I just don't know what it is. I thought maybe it's a piece of something, armature. I have no idea. It's not coming out. Nothing's broken. It's in absolute perfect condition. Let me put my specs on so I can make sure that I am in focus. Looking at my viewfinder. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Look at all the details. There is no chip. It's not even dirty. I don't know what to say. I don't think it was used as a planter. I think it was used as a decorative piece for a very long time by some grandma who kept it for years, because everywhere I look and everybody who is selling it is saying this is from the 60s. And some of them detail it further by saying it's from 1964. I don't know. I've never seen it before. I've never seen this type of precise pottery before. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it is signed. Right here, there's a tiny SS, unless it says 55. No, it says SS. It's not marked. I don't know. But it's fabulous. I wish I knew what was in there. There's nothing broken, so I don't know. Okay, it is heavy and it is big. Okay, buyers be aware. Alright, moving on. This was on the floor and I needed to move it because I don't have room on the shelf. It's time for me to sell it. I think you saw it in a Thrift With Me video. It is unbelievable. Super rare collector's item. And then as I researched it a little bit further, turns out it's a very interesting story behind it. Well, not really a story. I made up the story. Okay. So back in the 1950s, Grandma purchased this. And this is without the Pyrex. Let's take the Pyrex out. This is a 1950s MCM, mid-century modern, starburst pattern, brass, gold finish, chafing dish. Put the little candle in there, and then you have a dish on top, and you reheat your stuff. Super mid-century modern, in really good shape. I did some, you know, metal loss here and there, mostly where your hands have touched it. But otherwise, a little bit of brasso will do wonders on it. I don't want to scratch it or anything, so I didn't clean it. It's exactly the way I found it. So this is by George Briard, who was a known designer back in those days. Matter of fact, that lemon tree tray, I just sold it. Yes, you leave the stuff in the shop and eventually it finds its owner. So yeah, George Briard, 1950s mid-century modern chafing dish. It used to be sold with a Fire King divided dish, a glass Fire King divided dish with a lid. That's how it was sold. So Grandma had this for a while, and then I guess the dish fell and she just happened to have this. And this is a very early Pyrex. Some people even say it's from the 40s. I think it's 50s Pyrex, but some people say it's from the 40s. This is Pyrex 023623B casserole. It just happened to fit perfectly into the George Briard chafing dish. And she had the lid, I'm sure, which was a 623C was the lid to go with it. And then I guess at some point the lid broke. So Grandma, not wanting to lose her beloved Thanksgiving, I'm telling you a story that didn't exist, but I think it makes sense. So Grandma, not wanting to lose her beloved Thanksgiving chafing dish where she puts her stuffing, right, took a Pyrex lid number 407, late 50s, early 60s. It just so happened that it fits perfectly with the 23623B. So now we have a marriage made in heaven, because we have the whole thing back together. It just happens to not be a Fire King, but it's better. It's an even more vintage Pyrex. It just happened to have a mismatched lid. If it was the whole thing, forget Fire King. If it was the George Briard chafing dish and the 23623B with its 623C lid, it probably would be about $175. That's how rare and collectible this stuff is. But because it's a marriage made in heaven with a cute story behind it that I made up, I'm going to seriously discount it to probably under $50. It could be yours. How cool is this? It's a true mid-century modern artifact with a cute story behind it. Yes, so the Pyrex has a call out. Another reason why I am discounting it. Okay, it's got a tiny chip right here. It's super small. But the cool thing about it, it still has the original sticker. And the original sticker says GM Reg Pyrex, US patented of T, I guess. Pyrex brand ovenware, Corning glass work, Corning, New York. 23623B Pyrex 1.5 quart, I think, or 1 quart. I think it's 1 quart. How cool is this? And the lid fits perfectly. Look, the lid fits perfectly. The lid for this particular Pyrex bowl was a little bit more of a dome lid. I don't think it takes away, but I know the purist will say it does. So, okay, leaving it alone, just as is, it's fabulous. It is absolutely fabulous. When I come back, we're moving to crystal. Crystal. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I don't think it was last week, it might have been 2 weeks ago, but somebody did purchase it. There was a Cristal d'Arc Longchamp pedestal vase. You remember, with all the diamonds at the bottom? Huh. To the lady who purchased this, I want you to know that I have found the matching candlesticks, 78 to 90s. So we're going to cut it in half and say it's from the 80s. They are crystal Longchamp pattern by Cristal d'Arc, which is a French brand of crystal. They still have a little bit of wax residue in it. Listen, you know, sometimes I do the best I can with cleaning, but you know it's not my forte. And you should always clean items when you receive them anyway. So it's a candle holder. Oh, what happened to my candles? Where did I do my candles? There we go. It's a skinny one. I think you need the candles a little bit. Oh no, you're just pressing. Okay. All right. There we go. There's two of them. They're fabulous. Okay. Durand was the guy who were designing those back then. So sometimes you'll see the name Cristal d'Arc in parentheses Durand. It's their most famous pattern, the Longchamp pattern. It's also the one they have continued to make for decades. They started doing it in 78 is when they created it. Everybody in France has a piece of Cristal d'Arc. It's the ideal wedding gift, baptism gift, you name it, and it's really pretty. They're really nice. So if you purchase the vase, you can now have the candlestick, or somebody's going to snatch them, and you will have beautiful, elegant, romantic decor either on your mantle or on your dresser. They are just beautiful. Super clear crystal. The diamond pattern, there's a lot of refraction on it. It's really gorgeous. Okay, another piece of crystal is what I find to be a beautiful example of Bohemian cut crystal from the 1960s. This is a superb vase, fans, starburst, pinwheel. It's got it all. It's hand cut. It's from the Czech Republic, like most, if not all, Bohemian crystal. It's lead crystal. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at this vase. That's a medium size. Oh, this is really nice. And it's nice from all angles. Look at this. Perfect condition. There might still be a little bit of hard water stains on the inside. Just spray some vinegar on it. I did scrub it quite a bit. It was really, really bad when I found it. I mean, you couldn't even see through. That's how bad it was. But look at this. Absolutely stunning. Some people refer to this as Star of David, starburst, pinwheel, and again the fans right here. It's a gorgeous vase. It's not too tall. I think it's 6 1/4. I would say it's a medium size vase. Gorgeous. Okay, when I come back, pottery. And pottery, I have to be very honest and say it right up front, I know nothing about Native American art, Southwestern art. Literally zero. I'm probably going to embarrass myself. Have I done a little bit of research about that much? I really don't know anything about these pieces when I come back. Okay, so these I found at a Goodwill, and there literally was about 10 of them. Clearly somebody had a collection, may have passed away, and the family didn't want them, put them at the Goodwill. They are Native American pottery vases. And I know it's not for everybody, but if you like Southwestern, this is really for you. We're going to start with this one, which I think is the most beautiful. This is, from my understanding, again, I know nothing about this type of art. I've never been in the Southwest. The furthest west I've ever been is Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, so I know nothing about this whole area. It's Native American, it's Navajo, and they are rattlesnakes. And it is Navajo artisan pottery. The beauty about this one is not just the color and the design, which I find the design is really cool, and it reminds me of a quilt, to be honest. The pastel pink, the blues, it almost looks like the beginning of sunrise, you know? And even here, it's got like a little indentation, like a zigzag, which you don't see right away. But it's also signed, apparently, by somebody who is a well-known Navajo, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Navajo pottery artist. And her name is Sally Dinet. Dineh. And my understanding is Dineh is also a name for the Navajo tribe. I'm learning, okay? I really don't know anything about this. All I know is that it's absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful vase, no glaze on it except on the inside. I hope, can you see a little bit of shine on the inside? Not really. The glaze is on the inside to protect it, because otherwise the water would seep through. Isn't it cool? So if you have a software and design in your home, Southwestern, or if you like that type of art, I personally really like it. And you know that I have a lot of RC Gorman in my house, a lot, 3. I have 3 RC Gorman, big deal. And Carol bricks. I like that style. I just never sat down to learn about it. But I would like to go and visit. So this is Navajo tribe pottery. Navajo Nation. There's really nothing else I can tell you about it. That's all I got. I'm ignorant on this matter. It could be worth $700. I would not know. Okay, I really am not familiar. Okay, and the second one, this one is also a Native American, but it's not Navajo. It's from the Ute. UTE. No idea how to pronounce it. I know I could go on Google and ask. We're going to say the Ute Mountain Tribe. And it's signed 2022 right here. And it says Ute Mountain Tribe. And then there's another signature that looks like Altoona. But if it's the town of Altoona that's in California, and these guys are not in California. They're in Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, definitely Utah, not California. So I don't know what it says at the bottom. I'm going to show it to you. Hopefully you can you see? Right here, the last one. So it says 22 Ute, Mountain Tribe, and then this here. I don't know what it says. But this one's really cool too. Again, the glaze is on the inside. It's matte finish on the outside. This one looks like teepees or tents in the desert. Kind of like a sunset type color. I know nothing about these. Again, that could be worth $500. I have no idea. So I have 2 of them. They're each going to be sold separately. When I come back. Meow. Oh boy. I know I have cat people. I have music box people. And I have cat music box people. This is a Seymour Man from 1982. Look at this. Persian white cat in a pink basket with a ball. Isn't she glorious? Absolutely the cutest. And it's a music box. Let's wind her. Not too much, because I don't want to be talking over music, but you want to hear whether or not it works. Okay, here we go. No, the other way. You already recognized it. Memory. See, not this one I recognize because it's, classic. Memory from cats. She's a Persian cat in amazing condition from 1982. It says at the bottom, 1982. In Roman, made in Japan for Seymour Man. Seymour Man was a home decor, tchotchke type guy who was selling exclusively in high-end department stores. She is absolutely beautiful. Hand-painted, blue eyes. Works. No call-outs. No chip. Nothing. She's really cute. So if you're a cat lover, If you have Persian cats, white cats, or you love music box with cats, get it. Not super expensive. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, last one, which I think I showed last week, but for some reason I didn't post it. It was mine. This is a Coro, ladies and gentlemen, from after 1955. How do we know it's after 1955? Because it is signed Coro right here, and it's got the little C, copyright. Coro didn't start using the copyright until year 1955. Before that, it was just simply marked Coro, Coro Craft, Pegasus Coro, or Coro Pegasus, but no copyright. So if there's a copyright, it's after 55. This is what they used to call moonglow, and I really wish it would. Yeah, can you see that? Ah. It's gorgeous. Okay, moonglow, they're the ones who invented it. They did it in beads, necklaces. It was very popular in the late 50s. It's basically lucite with, at the bottom of it, when they pour it, they put glitter. Okay, so it gives you this faux, stop focusing on my eye and focus on this, please. It gives you this, you see it? Oh, it's gorgeous. I've had this for a hot minute, and I stopped wearing it when I became pregnant. Why? Because my wrist got too big. I got a hefty wrist now, and I can close it, but it's too tight. So this is a size 6. From here to here, it's a 6. Actually, from here to here, it's a 6. If you add this, it's going to be about 6 1/4, 6 1/2. So you know your size, all right? It's not mine anymore. I'm a 7 1/2. I can close it, but it's tight. Okay, hold on, let me close it. It's just not comfortable. Okay. Would you please get in there? It's got a little bit of gold loss. Alright, I can't fit it anymore. That's the reason why I'm selling it. Okay, I went through all my bracelets. Now, granted, I have other Coros that are very similar. I have them in the original gray moonglow. I have 2 actually. You'll see them when I show you my bracelet. This is articulated, right? It's not what they refer to as the library book articulation. It's just a regular articulation, and do it on purpose so that it fits over your wrist and drapes over it. It is a spectacular color, the emerald green. They didn't do a lot of stuff with it. They do have it, but the most popular one, I guess, what the earlier ones were the gray and the blue. They have it in pink. They have a light green. They have it in yellow and orange. I don't see the emerald green very often. So if green is your color and you can actually wear it, it's yours. What you could also do is get a chain, and this is a fold over closure. Close it here and have your closure on the other side, and you can just do it as a necklace if you wanted to. But they made the necklace to go with it. They had the demi parure and full parure. A little bit of gold loss here in particular. It's become less shiny, but otherwise, considering it's from a little bit after 55, probably 58 to 61, I would say, it's doing pretty darn good. Coro made beautiful jewelry. They are my absolute, with Judy Lee, my absolute favorite costume vintage jewelry maker. And on that subject, these are Coro screwbacks. And if you're wondering, this is a listener, but those will not be for sale. These are mine. I've decided to start wearing my stuff. Okay, I was hiding it before, but I'm gonna start wearing my stuff because why not? All right, it's a 6, maximum 6.25. So if you're a tiny wrist or you have a teenage daughter, perfect. All right, and it will be also discounted because the size is uncommon. It's a small size, and also because there's a little bit, not a lot, okay, there's a little bit of gold loss, but the back is still very shiny. Let me reopen it. Where is my clasp? Where's my fold over clasp? Usually most of the gold loss when you look at jewelry comes at the this part here, because that's the one where your fingers touch, and look, it's still there, it's still glossy. All right, and here's the underside in case you wanted to see it. See, it's still very shiny and beautiful. It's got another 30 years ahead of it. Please adopt it. Because I've had it in a little tiny Ziploc bag for years. About 25 years to be exact. I haven't worn it since I got pregnant with Edward. Because I ballooned. I gained 60 pounds. That wasn't fitting me at all. And it never did again. But neither here nor there. These are my items coming into the shop tomorrow, July 4th at 5 p.m. My favorite that I would absolutely keep, I think you guessed it, I would absolutely keep this. Okay, this is amazing. This is beautiful. I'm still debating as to whether this is a domestic goose or swan. I'm going to say it could be either or. I think it's a swan. But again, comment down below, goose or swan. And then I really like this vase. Most of my vases are a little bit bigger than this. I have really tiny ones, and then I have a lot of tall ones, but not a lot of medium. I could totally keep this. And I would not keep the Pyrex because I'm a Corningware girl, and I would keep this because it intrigues me. It is very interesting, and I think that this type of decorative item, you don't have to have a lot of them. One, if you just have one, you don't have to figure out a way to pair it with something else. They are beautiful as standalones, but I would definitely keep that one. Okay, that was it for July 4th. Happy 4th, happy Independence Day. I hope you enjoy your time with your family. Don't forget to shop here. When you're bored, escape the family. When you can't take the chaos anymore, get on your phone and hit that buy button for these items. And somebody, please adopt my Coro. Okay, I'm telling you, it's been in a Ziploc bag, in a little Ziploc bag for 20-something, 25 years. 24 to be exact. That's the reality of mothering. If you went back to your regular size after you had kids, kudos to you. Because even when I went back to my regular size, this baby here was still not fitting my wrist. I lost the weight in all the other places but the goiter and the wrist. Okay, enough talking about me. I will see you next week. Shop link down below and right up here. Follow me on Instagram at Frenchy And Tubby, and then my regular YouTube channel, My Great Challenge. All the links are down below. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.